Namaste, Vanakkam, Swaghatham everyone, and yes, welcoming you all to the concluding day, the final day of this series for this year, Navaratri 2021, celebrating Ammaji, the Divine Mother. So today, as it's the concluding day, we'll be invoking all the three Shaktis, Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswathi Shakti, along with the Guru Parampara through the Gayatri Mantras. So please join along with me. Oh. Katyayanaaya vidmahe Kanyakumari dhimahi Tanno Durga prachodayate Om. Om Varalakshmi cha vidmahe Vishnupatni cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayate Om. Om Vinaganaya vidmahe Vrinchapatni cha dhimahi Tanno Saraswati prachodayate Om. Om Tatparampariyaya vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya dhimahi Tanno Guruhu prachodayate Om. Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Gitananda Giri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Again, welcoming you all wholeheartedly, and yes, this is the concluding session, the special session, because we have a lot of token of gratitude to all the people who made it possible, who participated on the different days in this event and made this possible, and also to all of you who were there encouraging us through your messages and through your sharing of the posts and everything. So we are truly in depth of a lot of gratitude to all of you. So let's start with the theme and go into tonight's session.
Om Jai 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 Ammaji ke Alagaro
Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji, 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 most loving Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji, we love you, Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji, we love you, Ammaji. Bestest, Ammaji, bestest, Ammaji. Loving divine Ammaji, divine loving Ammaji, most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji. Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji, 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 most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji, most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji, most loving Ammaji.
Jai Jai Ammaji ke Alagaro.
And after our lovely theme, I welcome our dearest and most respected Dr. Sir to give us the welcome note for today.
Namaste, Swaghatham, Vanakkam, Bonjour, Buongiorno, Buonasera, Buonanotte. Welcome everyone to this concluding day of our Navaratri 2021 series. A series in which we have shared our loving experiences with our most divine and beloved Ammaji, the manifestation of the Divine Mother herself. What a beautiful time it has been over the past 10 days, where so many of her students, her spiritual children from around the globe, have shared the heartfelt experiences with her. We have had music, we have had dance, we have had color, joy, and all the Navarasas have come alive through these sharings. This evening, we are going to listen to one of our youngest members, Jasmine Farr from New Zealand. And Jasmine is going to play on her violin for Ammaji, Perpetual Motion. What a beautiful playing she's going to give us. And Jasmine has the distinction of being the youngest ever life member of Yoga Life and Yoga Jivana Satsanga, thanks to her loving parents our dear Yogacharini, Gargi and Max. And along with her younger brother Tenzin, what a beautiful family they make. Let us enjoy Jasmine's presentation today. And then after that, we'll come back to introduce all the dynamic Shaktis who are going to share about Ammaji today. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for the welcome note. And that's right. I welcome you all to come and listen to our dearest and cutest little Jasmine, who's going to play the violin cover. So let's not waste a moment and get into her presentation for tonight.
Dear Ammaji, I would like to play a picture motion for you. Dear Ammaji, I would like to play double for picture motion for you.
Wasn't that a wonderful presentation? And yes, little Jasmine, we all are looking forward to seeing you in person and maybe learning a lot from you in specific, because what a wonderful, divine little soul she is. I hand over to Dr. Sir to maybe say a few words before we go into the next part of
That was so sweet. Jasmine, we all love you. All the way from India, all the way down to Kiwi land, New Zealand. And so wonderful to have our yoga family from all over the world joining in, from the youngest to the oldest. We would like now to share with you a short video of the beautiful Golu at ICYER, Ashram, and at Yoganjali Natyalayam that over the last 10 days has been decked up in the traditional manner with the rituals done every day, culminating yesterday with Vijayadasami. So enjoy our tour of the Golu decorations at ICYER and Yoganjali, and the background is Swamaji chanting, and Swamaji as well as the Anandashram Bhajana troupe led by Puduvai Kalaimamani Manikannan sir singing the glories of the Mother Goddess. Let us all have a wonderful tour together and enjoy this divine sight of the beautiful Golu.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for that. And that's right. I welcome you all to come and watch our virtual Golu here at ICYER Anandashram and at Yoganjali Natyalayam YOGNAT.
Om Bhua Om Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Margo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Nah Prachodayate Asatoma Sadgamaya Tammasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Om Abhirabimayade Rudrayate Dakshinamukam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Hari Om Tat Sat
Amma Amma Taye Agilandeshwari Niye Annapurneshwari Taye O Adi Parasakti Niye O Adi Parasakti Niye Amma Amma Taye Agilandeshwari Niye Annapurneshwari Taye O Adi Parasakti நடக்குதமா உந்தன் ஆணையினா நடக்குதமா உந்தன் ஆணையினா இம்மாநிலத்தில் எல்லாம் நடக்குதமா உந்தன் ஆணையினா நடக்குதமா உந்தன் ஆணையினா அம்மா அம்மா தாயே அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி நீயே அன்னபூர்ணேஸ்வரி தாயே ஓ ஆதி பராசக்தி நீயே அம்மம்மா அம்மா தாயே அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி நீயே அன்னபூர்ணேஸ்வரி தாயே ஓ ஆதி பராசக்தி நீயே ஓ ஆதி பராசக்தி நீயே ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா உச்சையில் பிறக்காமல் கோடி லட்சம் உயிர்கள் ஈந்தாய் உச்சையில் பிறக்காமல் கோடி லட்சம் உயிர்கள் ஈந்தாய் ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா பட்சிவாகனில் சோதரி சௌந்தரி பட்சிவாகனில் சோதரி சௌந்தரி பச்சமுடன் உனை பாடிடுவேன் பரிபூரணி காரணி நாரணி நீ ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா என்னம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா என்னம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா லட்சியம் எனக்கு நீயே அலட்சியம் செய்திடாதே லட்சியம் எனக்கு நீயே அலட்சியம் செய்திடாதே கலிகேஸ்வரி தாயே புவனேஸ்வரி நீயே கலிகேஸ்வரி தாயே புவனேஸ்வரி நீயே கட்டி கட்டி என்னை நீ கவலைப்படுத்த எண்ணினான் கட்டி கட்டி என்னை நீ கவலைப்படுத்த எண்ணினான் காத்திடுவார் யாரோ அம்மா காத்திடுவார் யாரோ காமாட்சி மீனாட்சி நீ சாட்சி ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா அம்மம்மா ரட்சிக்க வேண்டும் அம்மா
Hope you all enjoyed this, because this was just a different try this year, because we felt that it would be nice if we could share, a little bit of the video footage of the ICYER Golu and the YOGNAT Golu. So hope it was nice, and we wanted to keep it for the last day, because just for its own reasons, and I'm sure you all accept it. I hand over to Dr. Sir to let us go into the next part of this evening.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you. And I hope you all enjoyed that virtual tour of Golu. This is our yearly setup where the different steps represent the different levels of consciousness. The highest divinity at the top and the lowest mundane life at the bottom, in between all the layers, and a beautiful way for our culture to be kept alive. We now will be witnessing a loving sharing, an amazing sharing that has been put together by our family down under. The wonderful team down under who has been so active, and I have been down there so many times over the past decade, sharing the love for yoga with so many true, sincere sadhakas and sadhakis. Today, we are blessed to have Yogashakti, Mataji Margo Hutchison with us, and along with her, the dynamic Shakti of Yogacharini Niraimathi, Yogasadhaki Bernadette, all three of them from Australia, and Yogacharini Gargi from New Zealand, the proud and loving mother of Jasmine, who played the violin tonight. So I welcome our dynamic Shaktis of Gitananda Yoga down under to share the love for Ammaji. Each and every one of them a beautiful member of my beloved yoga family. Let us all witness this loving sharing. Namaste.
So I welcome you all to the discussion of this evening, the concluding session of Navaratri 2021. Let's welcome our family from Australia and New Zealand.
Namaste, everybody. We represent the Kiwi and Aussie Gitananda family. And my name is Yogacharini Gargi. I'm from the South Island of New Zealand, from a place called Christchurch, and it's the land of the long white cloud. So I'd just like to start with a poem first. Dear Ammaji, your wise words of wisdom ring through my ears, regardless of the seas and oceans we travel across. Images of your face stand out in my mind so vividly, despite the time lapse since our paths did cross. Take the middle path of yoga to harness a balanced viewpoint and cultivate love and the right attitude for spiritual evolution. Connect to higher wisdom residing within your inner kingdom, free of mental, emotional, and physical pollution. You guide and lead by example from the front of the pack, always strong and agile like a powerful lioness, often gently encouraging her cubs so eloquently to follow the yamas like ahimsa, non-violence. Your wise words of wisdom ring through my ears, regardless of the seas and oceans to travel across, often reminding us to show our egos who's boss, challenging ourselves to rise up like a wandering albatross. Namaste.
Namaste. I'm Yogacharini Niraimathi. I first went to the ashram and met Amma back in 1996. I live in Ocean Grove, which is about an hour and a half out of Melbourne in Australia, in a very beautiful, peaceful part of the world.
Namaste, my name is Bernadette. I came to the ashram in 2009 and met Ammaji, which is such a blessing. I live in Australia, in the south of Victoria, in Marcus Hill.
Namaste, I'm Mataji Margo, and I first met Ammaji in 1979 when I went to study there for a short time. And the following year, I took a group of teachers back to study and do a tour with the family, which was the most wonderful experience. I'm from Brisbane, Queensland. The weather is glorious and we're not under lockdown.
I'd just like to say that I met Ammaji in 2008 when I first came to the ashram, and it was, yeah, more than I could ever have imagined. We're just going to ask some questions now to each other. Niraimathi, have you experienced the quality of Durga in Ammaji from your time at the ashram?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a very strong memory of, which is kind of weird because it was a bit of an unconscious memory as well, but after the Shankar Prakshalana and all of the fasting, the Ekadasi and all of that cleansing, and then we started coming back into our normal eating. And for some reason, my body decided it wasn't going to do that, and it decided to continue purging and purging and purging. And anyway, I found myself in my bed, unable to get up. I'd lost so much weight and I was a bit delirious. And at some point I woke up and I found Ammaji sitting on the end of my bed. And she stayed there on the end of my bed and proceeded to ask me questions. And I slipped in and out of consciousness throughout all this time. And I literally have no idea how long it was, but it felt like a very long time. And it was as though she just pulled all of the bits out of me that were no longer required, that were no longer appropriate, that were outdated and outgrown, and slashed through the weeds. So that by the end of it, I felt like there'd been this very deep extraction, this very deep cleansing. And there was also this sense of her being my mother, this really profound sense of motherhood and divinity, this female divinity that would break down that which was no longer needed and disrupting and inhibiting the evolutionary process. And in her very subtle magnificence and her very quiet, gentle manner, she cleansed me and polished me and then left. And the next day, when I still found myself unable to get to class, she walked in and said, "You have two choices. One is to be on your mat for the next session. The second is to go to hospital." So of course I chose to get on my mat. And that was also the quality of just cutting through, and now you get strong again, make that choice. So I feel like that was a really powerful process, a powerful cleansing, a powerful connection and meeting. And it put me on a track and it shaped me for many years to come and to be who I am now. So I'm deeply grateful and still feel a very profound, almost emotional connection when I look back on that time and that experience. Thank you, Ammaji.
Thank you, Niraimathi. Thanks for sharing your story. That was really beautiful. Bernadette, do you have a story that you would like to share of Ammaji? So I have a question for you. Can you share the story of Ammaji and her wisdom in regards to you as a woman, a mother and a grandmother?
Namaste. Thank you, Divyananda ji, for this opportunity to share. Yes, when I came to the ashram in 2009 for a visit, I sat at Ammaji's feet and we were just talking she was asking me questions about who I was and where my life was and how it was unfolding. And she told me these words of wisdom that have lived with me ever since and will go on to my children and their children, I'm sure. Just this powerful understanding that when a baby is born, they are gods. And so we treat them as gods. And when they're infants and toddlers, we treat them as the kings and queens that they deserve. And then as they go into their teenage years, it always makes me laugh when I think of this, that we treat them as slaves. You know, clean your room, pick up your stuff. And then as adults, they become your friends. And with this advice, I have to say, it does make me emotional because I've lived this path, and you've guided me through this path so strongly just in those short moments of our conversation. And I'm really blessed now to say that I have adults and they are my friends. So namaste, thank you.
Thank you, Bernadette. That was just beautiful. Thanks for sharing.
Gargi, I'd like to ask you a question. How has Ammaji inspired you over the years?
The one thing that stands out for the most is that all her correspondence over the years, no matter where I've been in my life and what's been going on, just writing to her and having her letters back, and always so positive, always so encouraging, and especially when I became a mother. And she talked to me as a mother, to a mother, sharing words of wisdom and encouragement, telling me that I am doing a good job, no matter how hard it's been at times. Her words have guided me. And I just wanted to share, I've got all her letters, all the ones she sent me, some of them on email, but all the ones on paper. And I just thought I would just highlight a couple of things that she wrote. And this sort of explains her passion for writing. She says here, I have to confess to all who are interested to listen, I am a true dinosaur, extinct in modern times. I cling blindly to the written word, my pens and my beloved paper. Hence, I do continue to send out postal messages to dear loved ones. And to me, it's like, that's so true, like holding her paper in my hand, and you can take it anywhere, and being able to read her words over and over rather than on a screen. And her words, her letters always end in a little bit of encouragement, and here's one of them. May you enter the evolutionary spiral upwards, ever onwards, in ever decreasing size circles till you enter the bindu at the top of that movement and dissolve into cosmic consciousness. So she's always uplifting, always guiding, and always very loving. Thank you, Ammaji. Thank you so much. I have a question for you, Mataji Margo. Can you share with us what qualities of Amma really resonate with you?
Yes, excuse me, thank you. Well, when I met Ammaji, she was a young woman with a young child, 8-year-old and under, and her strength, her courage and her beauty resonated with me. She was kind, She was always loving and caring for the students. She buffeted Dr. Gitananda's strong remarks. If you felt a bit bruised because of what he may have said, usually to the group, but you felt as though he was talking to you, Ammaji had the ability to just buffer that in some way, that you took it as a lesson and you learned, and you didn't get upset about it. But she was, I think, her strength and her beauty and her grace, her sharp, intelligent wit, and like Durga, that I saw her as fierce and strong, but at the same time gentle and loving. I came across a poem. It's called, I won't read the whole poem, but it's called A Woman of Strength by Marianne Pale, written in 2007. And when I read it, this is what resonated with me. She learns from her mistakes and acknowledges that she too is not perfect. She speaks with words of wisdom and not malice. From the mouths of destruction, her smile remains unshaken. She lifts her head and continues to walk in the midst of turmoil. She inspires other women to be the best they can be. With her life experiences, she touches the lives of a multitude. She remains determined to be the best person she can be. She smiles every time she says, I love you. And that leads me on to reading something that Ammaji wrote some time back about being the best. Why do we need to be the best at whatever we do? The best student, the best worker, the best actor, the best dancer. There are zillions of competition to determine the best in a zillion ways. What does it mean? Good, better, best? An evaluation based on comparison? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Compared to a caterpillar, a butterfly is better. But the caterpillar is destined to become a butterfly. So who is best? Humans are addicted to that feeling. I am better than you. We often sang a song as children. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. What an adrenaline rush we enjoy when we feel we're better than someone else. That I of ours may have collected many identities in its meandering through various incarnations. My religion, my race, my family, my country, my social status, my bank balance, my house, my profession, my beautiful body, my intelligent mind, my sports skills, my dancing or singing ability, my caste, my perfect asana, my discipline, my lifestyle, my children, my parents, everything which is preceded by the possessive pronoun my or mine is better than anything of yours. Therefore, my I is better than your I am the best. Or in the words of Muhammad Ali, the American boxing champion, I is the greatest. What a laugh all this is. What a cosmic joke. And I love Ammaji's sense of humour. We spend a lifetime collecting trophies, certifying our bestness. But in the end, all is ashes, only ashes. All emperors leave this world empty-handed. We can take only one thing with us to the afterworld, and that's the result of our thoughts, words, and actions. Whether good, punya, or evil, papa, our knapsack at departure from this physical body will only be an intangible one filled with good or bad karmas. The word karma can be broken down into ka, which means actions, and ma, which means my. So karma means my actions. When we fully realize this down to every one of our trillions of cells, we will be freed of the urge to be the best. We will replace that with intention. I will be the best human being I can possibly be. We will no longer compete with others or measure ourselves against another. We'll strive to know our own potential without all our limitations and strengths, and work to fulfill our own swadharma, our own destiny, whether it be a humble destiny as a sweeper or an exalted destiny as a ruler of worlds. We will simply be our best and leave the rest, and that is the best. Namaste. I'll hand back to you, Gargi.
Namaste and blessings to Ammaji and to everybody, to all women and to everyone that Ammaji has touched, all the men and the women, and all the children. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wow, what a lovely way to express so much, and what a wonderful team. I was just seeing how all four of them, and including Jasmine, 5 of them, came together and were able to express in such a nice way. What a sense of coordination, teamwork together, and so much like really like Mataji, Margo, wow. I remember they all had come, most of them had come for Ammaji's 70th birthday, which we had done in a grand way. At that time, I didn't realize how much, like, of course, it was nice to have people at home, and, you know, I had a lot of fun with all of them. But now slowly, you know, I'm able to see this other side, and it's really, I'm blessed to have all of these people in my life, not just as friends or as colleagues, but as family members, actually. So I go over to Dr. Sir before we go into the next part of the evening.
What a beautiful sharing. What beauty, what grace, what truth, what love. And as Mataji Margo remarked and read out Ammaji's beautiful writings, you know, that caterpillar is the best caterpillar it can be. But it's going to become a butterfly, and when it's a butterfly, it will be the best butterfly it can be. At each stage, it is our swadharma to be the best version of ourselves at that moment. And Ammaji's vision, the vision of a Siddha, a living Siddha, her vision is such a vision of the biggest perspective. And the beautiful sharing from Gargi, you know, I can see that bundle of Ammaji's letters lying with you. And Niraimathi's sharing of how Ammaji would actually enable us to break free of the shackles of all the negativities of our samskara vasana web that are binding us. And Bernadette's narration of Ammaji's wisdom on how to deal with children and a living testimony to that wisdom. What beautiful sharing today. I am totally overwhelmed with the love that has been expressed today. The love that has been expressed over the last 10 days for Ammaji. What a beautiful way to pay tribute to this living Siddha of Pondicherry. Someone who lives yoga and is the embodiment of that highest divine feminine. May we always be worthy of Ammaji's grace. May we be worthy of her love. May we be worthy of carrying forward her legacy. May we always be worthy, and may we be. Thank you so much, Ammaji. Thank you everyone who has been part of this series. Thank you, Divya, for putting it together. And as we conclude today, may the grace of Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswathi be with each and every one of us. Shatamanam bhavati, shatayu purushasya, shatendriya ayush yevendriya pratitishthati, rochanam rochamana, shobhanam shobhamana, kalyana. May that bountiful abundance be filled in each and every life of every being in this universe. Dhanyavadaha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for the blessings from your side. They really mean a lot to all of us. So as this is the concluding session, we'll be having a short recap, and I'll take this moment to show my thankfulness, my gratitude to every person who was part of the discussion team, who were part of the cultural events that happened every day. So I take the pleasure to go over and thank every person. And before that, thanks to everyone out there. You were there to support us, encourage us, and make sure that we were keep going every day. So on to the first day that we had the introduction, not the first day of Navaratri, but the first day of this series, Navaratri 2021, where we had the introduction day so that everyone understands that what's happening. We started off with a devotional singing by our dear Neeruji from a musical family. And then we had a cute Bharatanatyam performance by the junior students of YOGNAT, which was choreographed by Lalita Shanmugam Miss from Yoganjali. And applaud and thanks to all those kids who learned in a very short time, like in a span of 2 days, and cooperated to come in person and record the video. We also put on record and thank my dear sister S. Vidya Shankari, the daughter of Lalita Shanmugam Miss, also, who put in a lot of effort for that contribution. And then we had the blessings from our dear Dr. Sir. On to the next day, that was the first day of Navaratri. We had the devotional singing by Sri Soundarajan Sir from our musical family. What a wonderful tribute he gave to Durga Devi. And then we had heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Srimati Reena Miss, Srimati Ganimuri Miss, Srimati Varalakshmi Miss, Dr. Shamali Miss, and Dr. Vasantara Miss. So those 5 ladies came together, and wow, they were the starters for the discussion part of the Navaratri 2021 series, and they really made it rock, and they took time. Since there were 5 of them, they couldn't take so much of time, but in the small amount of time that was distributed among themselves, they made sure that they gave their best. And after that lovely first day of Navaratri, we went into the next day, where we had devotional singing by the ICYER, the little girl who gave her contribution to Devi Durga in the form of singing. And then we had the heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Yogacharini ICYER and Yogacharini Kalavat, who were actually batchmates who learned in Anandashram. And then on the next day, the final day for Durga Devi, we had a dance by Balasundari, Vidya, and myself from Yoganjali, the senior students. And we The dance was put together by Adya Krishnaveni Akka, and it was danced to Dr. Sir's composition and choreography Jayati Jayati Madhurge for Devi Durga herself. And then the heartfelt sharing on that day by Yogashakti Zena, Yogacharini Padma, and Yogashakti Mats from a Canada family. And then on the next day, we had the devotional singing for Sri Lakshmi Devi, which was the initial day for Goddess Lakshmi, by Yogasadhaki Tejasvi, who had the lovely Golu on the background. And wow, what a contribution to the Navaratri 2021 series. And then on that day, we concluded that day by heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by our dearest and most respected Yogashakti Kyati and Yogacharini Vijaya. And on the following day, for Lakshmi Devi, we had devotional singing by Srimati Vanati and Selvi Nikshita, the mother and daughter team, who together sang the Ashtalakshmi Stotram, which was a wonder. And it was wonderful to watch them and hear them both together. And I'm sure that Goddess Lakshmi felt fulfilled on that day. And we had heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Yogasadhaki Tejasvi and Yogasadhaki Shirley from the team. Right before the lockdown, they were lucky enough because when the team finished, team 51, that's when the lockdown started for COVID. So they had some bonus days, months to spend with Ammaji in person. And then on the next day, we had Natyam, Bharatanatyam dance on the song Kamala Pushpavasini, set to the choreography by our dear Devasinamas, by Kritiga, Hira, B. Vidya, Shashini, Avni, and Niyati, the students of YOGNAT who are learning through the online and offline mediums respectfully. And the heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Yogacharini Deepika, Yogacharini Anandi, and Yoga Tilakam Dr. Meena. And then on the initial day of Saraswathi Devi, we had music by Srimati Lalita Gurumurti ji of our musical family, who played the violin cover also and sang it also. She gave a wonderful contribution to this series. And we had heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Yoga Tilakam Devasena Bhavanani and Yoga Tilakam Lalita Shankar. And thanks to Sunita Mukherjee, although she wasn't able to join us in person, she left a message to be read out to the event, which added a bonus to the event on that day. And then we had devotional singing by Selvi Nikshita on the 14th of October 2021, followed by heartfelt sharing about our beloved Ammaji by Yogashakti Jnana Sundari and Yogacharini Sri Devi. Wow, we had a lot of fun seeing those ladies on screen. Today, that's yesterday, we had Bharatanatyam by Niyati, Sashini, V. Vidya, Hira, Abhinaya, Kritiga, Balasundari, Vidya, Divya, and Avni to the song Madika Vinayendum for Goddess Saraswati. And we had heartfelt sharing about Ammaji by Yogashakti Lata and Yogacharini Sangeeta. And that's what we had today, which we came over. And we started with a lovely violin cover by our dear Jasmine, the daughter of Yogacharini Gargi, which was followed by a virtual tour of the Golu at Yoganjali Natyalayam Yognat and ICYER Anand Ashram. And then we had a heartfelt sharing, wasn't it? What a team! From Australia and New Zealand, Yogashakti Mataji Margo, Yogacharini Niraimathi, Yogasadhaki Bernadette, and Yogacharini Gargi. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing to this event in every possible way, in every possible direction, to every possible medium. We are truly grateful because without all of your support, love, and blessings, this wouldn't have been possible. Thank you so much, everyone who were part of the panel, the panel discussions, and the cultural events, where all the kids from the news dance families contributed their singing and dancing. And wow, and we all can be happy with ourselves. We have spent 11 days on stretch in a useful manner, thinking about Ammaji and trying to contribute in whatever way was possible in this online medium. So I hand over to Dr. Sir before we finish off the day.
I would just like to congratulate everyone for making this a grand success. May we continue to grow together. May we glow in yoga together. And may Yoga, our Divine Mother, bless us all. And may we be a blessing to Yoga itself. May Ammaji continue to guide us in every thought, word, and deed. And may we remain her beautiful devotees. I have been her son, I have been a student, and I am her devotee. So when I say, Jai Jai Ammajik Aragagogara, it comes straight from the heart. Love you so much, Ammaji. And I hope you have witnessed the beautiful love that everyone around the world has for you. You are indeed the Divine Mother.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for the concluding note for today. And yes, a special bonus before we finish off the event, Navaratri 2021, we watch the theme again.
Om Jai 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 Ammaji ke Aragagogara.
Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji, 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 most loving Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji. We love you, Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji. We love you, Ammaji. Bestest Ammaji. Bestest Ammaji. Loving divine Ammaji. Divine loving Ammaji. Most loving Ammaji. Most divine Ammaji. Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji. Ammaji, Ammaji, most loving Ammaji. Most divine Ammaji. Most loving Ammaji. Most divine Ammaji. Most loving Ammaji.
Jai Jai Ammaji ke Aragagogara.
So we'll be concluding with the Shanti Mantra. So please join along with us. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschat Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sah Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om